Just about every business in the world was impacted in some way by the pandemic. Maybe no industry more so than food service. And let's face it, running a kitchen has never been a walk in the park anyway. But the shutdown, the loss of staff, the increase in food cost, the availability of supplies and materials has made it seem, at times, almost impossible to keep going. I'm Justin Johnson, CEO and founder of Sustainable Kitchens. And while I could never have imagined the COVID-19 pandemic back when I started the company in 2016 and its effects on the industry that I've dedicated 25 years of my life to, our philosophy, our mission, and our program, quite frankly, was made for these times. When people think about sustainability as it applies to food, they think about local sourcing, organic meat and produce, cage-free, free-range, certified humane, which invariably leads to the belief that sustainability is unattainable, impractical, unaffordable, and therefore not sustainable. To us, sustainability has nothing to do with any of those things. Instead, developing a sustainable operation means simply this: the ability to meet the needs of the present without threatening your future's ability to meet its needs. If the result of trying to be more sustainable is buying more expensive food, spending more time on preparing that food and burning out your staff, then it is obviously not sustainable. Sustainability is about maximizing the resources that are in great supply and contributing to that supply if possible, while limiting the depletion of resources that are in short supply. That's it. That's really all it is. And that can be applied to food, materials, energy, and human beings. The Sustainable Kitchen system comes down to a few simple things. Footwork. What are the fewest number of moves needed to reach the goal? Repetition. What are the essential skills needed to execute an infinite number of items? A chef doesn't learn how to make 1,000 soups. They learn how to make one, and then repeat that technique over and over again. Cross-utilization. The fewer ingredients you can use in the widest variety of ways will lower your inventory, your overhead, and keep everything on the shelves fresh because it will constantly be cycling out. Scratch cooking. Convenience food that is believed to be saving time and labor is actually doing the opposite. It wastes more time, creates more waste, and removes the kitchen staff from any role or responsibility in the food that results. Food service operations today are in a survival mindset, and it's not their fault. I have heard so many leaders in food say, "We can't afford to do everything from scratch." And my response to that is, you can't afford not to. One of the biggest challenges facing food service operations today is staffing. People tell me, "We can't find good help." I've always believed that if you take a good employee and put them in a bad operation, they'll become a bad employee. But if you take a bad employee and put them in a good operation under a strong leader, they will elevate and become a good employee. Our job is not to find good staff. Our job is to create them. Our operations have among the lowest turnover in the industry because we create operations that people don't want to leave, and we develop leaders that staff want to work for. The Sustainable Kitchens program increases survey scores, customer feedback, and patient outcomes while simultaneously lowering food costs by an average of 12%. Our system has been implemented in operations around the country, from hospitals to senior homes to restaurants to soup kitchens and school districts. As I always say, food service is just people in a room making food for people in another room. And how do we distribute the work in the most efficient, cost-effective, and successful way that will result in the best possible food? We work with our clients to develop a complete program, from kitchen layout to policies and procedures to marketing and branding to menus, recipes, training, and launching the operation. The results speak for themselves. Let's build a sustainable food service industry together.